There's a weight some of us carry that no one else can see. It's not in our hands or on our shoulders. It lives in our chest, pressing down every time we try to breathe forward. This is a story about a man who carried that weight until he learned the hardest lesson of all: sometimes the only way to rise is to let go. Marcus was once a name people respected. He built a tech startup from nothing, working 16-hour days, sacrificing weekends, relationships, and sleep. For 3 years, his company grew. Investors believed in him. His team trusted him. He was the man with the vision, the one who made things happen. Then came the crash. A competitor moved faster. A key investor pulled out. His co-founder, someone he considered a brother, walked away with half the clients. Within 6 months, everything collapsed. The office closed. The team scattered. And Marcus was left standing in an empty room, staring at walls that once buzzed with ambition. But here's what broke him more than the business: he couldn't stop going back. Every morning, he'd drive past the old building. He'd park across the street and just sit there, watching strangers walk through doors that used to be his. At night, he'd scroll through old emails, old pitch decks, old photos of the team laughing. He replayed every decision, every meeting, every moment where things could have gone differently. His friends told him to move on. His family said it was time to try something new. But Marcus stayed frozen, convinced that if he let go of the past, he'd lose the only proof that he ever mattered. One rainy evening, Marcus sat in a coffee shop, staring at nothing. An older woman at the next table noticed him. She'd seen him there before, always alone, always distant. She leaned over and said, "You look like someone who's lost something." Marcus nodded, not wanting to talk. But she continued, "The question is, are you looking for it, or are you waiting for it to come back?" Her words hit him like a punch. He realized he wasn't looking. He was waiting. Waiting for the past to rewrite itself. Waiting for the world to undo what had been done. And that's when the truth cracked through: the past doesn't come back. It only gets heavier the longer you hold it. That night, Marcus did something he'd been avoiding for months. He deleted the old files. He threw away the business cards, the awards, the framed articles. Each item felt like losing a piece of himself, but with every piece that went, he felt something else: space. Space to breathe. Space to think. Space to imagine something new. The next morning, he didn't drive past the old office. He took a different route. It felt wrong at first, like betraying a memory. But he kept going. And slowly, the ache began to fade. Marcus started small. He took freelance consulting work, helping other startups avoid the mistakes he'd made. He mentored young entrepreneurs at a local co-working space. It wasn't glamorous. It didn't come with a title or a corner office. But it gave him something he'd lost: purpose. The young founders he mentored didn't see him as the man who failed. They saw him as the man who understood. And in their eyes, Marcus began to see himself differently too. He wasn't broken. He was experienced. He wasn't finished. He was just beginning again. A year later, Marcus launched a new company. It was smaller, more focused, built on lessons paid for in failure. He didn't chase investors or headlines this time. He built something sustainable, something real. And when people asked him how he bounced back, he'd say, "I didn't bounce back. I let go and built forward." Because that's the truth most people miss: you can't rebuild while holding on to the rubble. Today, Marcus still remembers the fall. But he doesn't live there anymore. The scars remain, but they no longer ache. They remind him that survival isn't about never falling. It's about refusing to stay down. So if you're standing in the ruins of something that once was, hear this: don't camp where you crashed. Don't make a home in your heartbreak. Let go, walk forward, and trust that what's ahead is worth more than what you left behind.